Hello and welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. I am here with Duane Stevens.
Hello.
A very good friend of mine.
Awesome.
Awesome friend of mine.
I'm sliding her $20.
This is probably the only way that I was going to get him on the show. Not that I invited him before, but since we are
trapped like rats,
the only place I have to go is either my house or
our house,
their house, and because my kids are here, that's the only reason why I'm even coming over here.
You don't like your house, do you?
I love my house.
You have coronavirus at your house?
I don't have corona. But
you have old people dying on something at your house?
No, I don't.
All right, cool.
But you guys need to.
That kind of guilt could drive you over here.
And you need my sparkling, lovely, non-makeup personality.
It has been nothing but fun. I mean, it's been fun. Having Chalese around is fun.
It has been fun.
It's like
the good old days.
I mean,
except for we have kids now,
and there's a lot.
We don't have kids,
right?
But
let's get that straight.
Yeah, it's not our kids. No, that's not happening.
Yeah, it's just like old times. It is. She got me while I'm eating breakfast lunch. Yeah. So pardon me while I chew on camera.
It's fine. So he's having a lovely steak and eggs. So I wanted to. Well, we're filming from home, so we don't infect other people. And I thought it would be really fun to have Duane's lovely, jovial self on Coffee Talk because
I've heard so much about it, and I've never been invited on before, and I've always felt kind of, I don't know, left out.
Well
odd man out, fifth wheel, whatever they call it. Third
Actually,
wheel.
Now you are the fifth wheel.
I am the fifth wheel.
4 of us, and then
you are the fifth wheel.
Oh, you're right.
You're the spare. I'm the spare tire. It's totally different. Totally a fat joke, but
you can make fat jokes for yourself.
I can because I'm fat. I drink diet though.
Well, you gotta.
Yeah, I'm diabetic. I gotta worry about this stuff.
Exactly. All right, so Duane, we've had quite the week.
Yes, we have. Earthquake, awesome.
Earthquake,
awesome.
It was really crazy.
And I'll tell you right now, I will take a tornado any day of the week.
Other than an earthquake, really?
Yeah, I grew up in Tornado Alley, and you can see a tornado coming. You're like, oh, hey, it's going that way, cool.
Right.
Or it's coming towards us. Then you do something.
Yeah.
Earthquake, you just wake up right out of bed, pee your pants, run and see if everybody else is,
Pee your pants before you get out of bed.
Whatever, because you rinse them out in the sink no matter what you do.
Oh, that's a little inside joke.
Inside joke. It's not here, though.
No.
Anyway,
so when the earthquake happened...
Yes, I was asleep.
You were asleep. Mm-hmm. And you did come up with some pretty good jokes, though, because what happened?
Well, I don't know if everybody's heard this, because it really didn't show up on the news very much, which makes the whole conspiracy thing go in my head.
Right.
But the angel Moroni at the Salt Lake Temple, he dropped his horn. And my first initial thoughts were, this is God's way of telling the faithful, this isn't the second coming. Listen, I made Moroni put his horn down even. And then I thought, what might be really kind of cool is if they decided to give him a saxophone and sunglasses and open an Italian drive-thru called Angelo Moroni's.
I
like that one. And I can't remember the third joke. What was the third one?
Oh, gosh.
I deleted that whole thread.
You didn't say the second joke yet.
What was the second joke? What was the first joke? No. What was it?
Oh, jeez. Now...
No, it had nothing to do with Jesus. It was about the angel Moroni. Stay on point.
Right. I don't know.
I can't... We'll think of it. I'll come...
It'll come back to you.
See, that's how my humor is. I think it here. It comes out there, where it comes out in some form, and then it's gone. Thank gosh.
Right? That's probably a lot of your thoughts happening that way.
Pull my finger. I need to get rid of this thought. Yeah, that's a good one. I have to remember that.
All right, Duane. Well, let's tell our listeners. So what is it that you did?
I had a Superman.
We've known each other.
I had my Superman thing though.
You did have your Superman thing.
Screwed it all up. Go ahead. Sorry.
We've known each other for 16 years now. 16 years.
Wow.
I know. We've been through a lot together.
We've known each other as long as an annoying teenager.
I know, right?
Weird. So weird.
You've lived with, so you're living with Dave right now.
Right.
Dave is my kid's dad.
Right.
And so my kids now have the pleasure of having you as their...
Funkle Duane. Spelled with F-A-U-X-U-N-C. Focal, whatever.
But you are actually quite talented. Not only are you funny and come up with great jokes sometimes.
Okay.
But you also are quite talented in your...
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Acting and singing. More singing than acting.
Yeah, I took a decade or so off, just, for some personal issues. And so, I haven't been doing that much lately. Because there's just, I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's much work lately.
Right.
Not unless you're antibacterial soap. I'm a tongue depressor.
We were originally going to call this Crazy Corona Talk Tuesday.
My Corona. Sorry. I can't be the only one that's thought of that.
No. If you can't laugh about a natural disaster,
then you have no sense of humor.
Exactly. I don't know. I guess the earthquake was the natural disaster.
This is kind of one of those point and laugh kind of, pandemics, though. You're coughing. No?
No. That's actually...
Like the guy on TikTok who stands behind the lady at the counter, and behind her he goes, my Corona. And she gets this look on her face and runs out the door, and he walks up and gets his beer really quickly. He's like, got my beer. It's like brilliant use of a pandemic.
Yeah, so you actually have gotten into TikTok a lot lately.
Just in the last 12 hours. I've become infected.
With the TikTok virus.
Absolutely.
Well, and I actually have been thinking, it was funny when you came up and were saying that, because I was wanting to get on TikTok, because I've never really done it. The kids have done it, but I've never really done it. And
thank God the clips are short. That's all I have to say.
Exactly.
Right.
But not only is TikTok something now that they're saying is like good entertainment, but it's also one of the highest marketing tools that they're using.
Right, and I've also heard that it is like the antithesis of Chinese spyware.
Oh, great.
But that could be wrong. But it could be right. But if the Chinese are wondering, look what those crazy Americans are, wow, look at those crazy Americans are doing,
Yeah, well, now you realize that with my 7 listeners that I have,
right,
and maybe now I'll have 8, since you're on here, you'll listen to it.
Sure. I've shunned social media for many, many years.
I know.
I was homeless and didn't own anything for a few of those years. But then, when I finally got stuff, I was so paranoid that I didn't want people looking at me through my camera. And then I realized, no, it's more than that. It's a lot more people looking at you through your camera.
Right, exactly. Not just.
No, I don't know. It's just there's so much mis and disinformation.
That's true.
And I've got enough of that in my own head. I can make up all sorts of wacky things.
I know.
I don't necessarily need to share them with people.
But maybe if you did, you would become famous. But we don't really know if that's something that... Can you imagine, it could be like the Duane show.
The Duane show. Millions of followers, but no cash.
You never know. This could be the launch pad for your
middle-aged sweaty guys. We're gonna do it. All right. And we're gone. That was the Chinese going, this guy's horrible. Tick his talk.
I don't know if we should be necessarily be making fun of the Chinese right now because of everything that's going on. We should really do that anyway, because that's kind of...
And our landlord.
Hopefully he doesn't watch social media. Hopefully he's not a fan of my show.
The place is bugged. No, we know that because all the walls fell in and we had to fix them. We'd see the bugs.
You would see the bugs.
No,
yeah, so what he's referring to is when they first moved in. When they first moved in here, within 2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks? Within 2 weeks, they had a flood. It's fine.
What is in my mouth? I'm chewing it, but it won't actually break down.
This is what happens when we have to do Coffee Talk Tuesday from home.
That'd be horrible. Ew, you got so many hits after that. He died. Sorry.
He died, but it was fine.
No, we won't have Duane. Duane won't be back on any more episodes.
This is a one and only type deal.
My final reward. Anyway.
So anyway, their house.
Yes, our house fell apart. We had a flood. I came home one day and I was like, what's that noise? Why does it smell like a rainforest in here? What's that? And, oh, look, it's the child. Home invasion by midgets. No. They've come for our water. They've come for all our bleach and toilet paper.
You can't say midgets. It's not politically correct.
To what? Fun size people? You wonder if that ever came up, like at the meeting. We're not going to be midgets anymore. We're fun size?
Little people.
Little people. It's a joke. It's just a recycled joke. It's that's going to be offensive.
Hey,
Ninja.
Will you go shut that door?
Your dad will get it.
Oh, there. Say hi, Dave.
Oh, hey.
You were just talking about the flood in your house.
We're talking about another home invader. This one will bring us toilet paper, though.
Me or the home invader?
You.
Is this breakfast chat on Tuesday?
Yeah, it is. It's
Crazy Corona Talk Tuesday.
Crazy.
We've been completely politically incorrect.
Oh, man.
Okay, that's all right.
He's been eating. We're trying to tell the story of when your house flooded.
Finish up. Yeah, no, DJ and I are out on an adventure to make sure he knows the parameters of his personal without parent control.
Parental control.
Circulation of the neighborhood. What do you call that?
For what?
Where he's allowed to go.
Where he's allowed to go.
For God's sake, people, whatever you do, arm your children. Right now.
With knowledge.
With knowledge.
With knowledge.
Uh-oh. That sounded like a very government-oriented knock. Paranoia. What's that? No, our house, I came home, it smelled like a rainforest. It was noisy. I was like, what is that? Went downstairs. Everything, the walls have peeled off. Went upstairs, the toilet was just like spraying water out. It had been doing that for about 6 hours. 2/3 of the house, all the walls and ceiling fell in. And it took 3 months for them to fix it. They were on it. But then we got the big bonus. Thanks for not leaving. We'll be back after these messages.
All right. On that note, we are going to take a short break.
All right.
My mom is calling. Maybe she's watching.
She's watching.
Very disappointed in this
Filth.
My mom is actually one of my greatest fans.
Great.
I know. That's how it goes. All right, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Coffee Talk Tuesday. I'm Chalese Stevens, and I'm here with Duane Stevens, spelled with a PH.
PH, right.
Yeah.
And Duane, spelled the right way.
Duane, spelled the right way.
You know what Duane means? I looked it up the other day.
Tell me.
Small and dark. I'm a raisin. No. I'm an M&M, but I don't know. It does mean small and dark. Strange.
That is strange.
But my parents would name me that. He's the adopted one.
Well, it's fine because my name means the light. So
hey,
together we're neutral.
Yeah, the old yin and yang are going here. I'm funny. You're funny too. So we'll see. That could have gone. That could have gone. You always laugh at my. I'm funny, and you laugh at my jokes.
I always laugh at your jokes.
You always have laughed at my jokes.
So that's funny because when you were telling me your Moroni jokes the other day, I was like.
And she had no idea that the angel Moroni needed a hand. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. I'll give him a whole arm.
Yeah. And a new instrument, which I like the idea of a saxophone. That seems.
Or put one of the golden calves right up next to it. It'll be like a Dr. O episode. You gotta look up Disney Channel. Look up Dr. O. Mm-hmm. You'll become a fan. That's what. There we go. We were talking about what have I been doing to combat the boredom. DJ, the little guy, and I have become huge fans of Dr. Oakley. Yukon veterinarian. She gets her arms in some of the craziest places. You can imagine. Look, a buffalo. I got it. So DJ and I like to talk about how, it doesn't take, all you got to become is a veterinarian, and then you can be a puppeteer as well.
Look, the influences I have on my children, they're really learning things.
Well, I think they're learning that they're glad they're born human and not animal. Uh-oh. Now you know why pets don't like to go to the vet.
Well, yeah.
They're going to be a puppet in a second. No! It's true, though. It's the crazy. So we watch a lot of Dr. Oakley, a lot of Dr. T, it's a Texas veterinarian. What else do we got? Oh, I've been binge watching a lot of stuff that I would just never, ever watch. But why not?
What's your favorite?
Right now I'm watching Westworld. Oh. It's interesting. It's HBO. And every HBO opening now for every show on HBO is like Game of Thrones. It's always some mechanical thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This opening is the same thing, except it's cowboys. And so, so what else have I been watching? Whatever's on Prime.
Yeah. We watched, Salt yesterday.
Yeah, bust out some old late 90s Angelina Jolie flicks.
I know. That was a good one, though. I mean, It was PG-13, so the kids could watch it, too.
They could, and ask silly questions like, why is she doing all this?
Right?
She's a spy. Oh.
Well, yeah, and now DJ's running around today with his little mask on.
He looks like Bane.
He does.
There's a guy at work he's kind of like Bane anyway. And now that he started wearing a mask to work, it's kind of like he's a little even more scarier.
Right.
He's harmless, but he looks scary.
So you and Dave both drive truck right now.
We do. I drive the little truck.
So how do you feel driving around knowing that the coronavirus is out there? Like, are you doing anything different to maybe prevent?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm getting a lot of points from hitting people that just look like they're coughing with the truck. And I don't really do that too much. Not as much. We haven't. Well, not on purpose. Something in my eye. No, that's awful. People are going to think this is real. I have a twisted sense of humor since I've been locked up here. No.
Yeah,
but at least the one thing is I'm glad that we are at least still able to go to work. And you sit in a truck all day kind of by yourself, so you got the social distancing. Yeah, you meet people at the docks, but a lot of the places are just closed down now, so they do all the work for you. Yeah. I've always had to unload the truck. Dave's always had people unloading the truck for him when he goes places. I'm just now getting that sort of blessing. I was just telling him about Dr. O. What's our favorite thing about Dr. O? Puppet show!
DJ has a story to tell you guys about what he just discovered in the neighborhood.
Hold on. Guess what? Dr. O sticks her hand up animals' butts.
Hey.
We did just talk.
Tell the audience what you just discovered in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
People are leaving their houses open and leaving. No. Ooh, the Hardy Boys.
Tell them what you just found.
There's a little free library over there, and you can get books.
Yeah, it's a big box out in front of someone's house. It says "Little Free Library."
Dave's
cool.
crying.
That's awesome.
Hardy Boys are awesome.
She's actually crying.
So DJ, tell them what you did first.
I got a book traded this book for that book.
Hardy Boys are awesome. First books I ever read were Hardy Boys.
That's a really good idea. So all of you that are listening that have kids in your neighborhood, this is a really great idea. Book exchange. It will keep the kids educated and entertained.
Just throw them into big piles in the middle of the streets. One at a time and grab one.
Be careful if it's raining, so you keep it protected.
Right.
But no, because I actually was hearing of another neighborhood that was doing a food exchange thing. So they have a box in their neighborhood that they put food in. So if families need food, they can take it, and then they just keep filling it up and refilling it.
They put would they take ham steak?
I don't know if they would take ham steak. I mean, it's mostly like non-perishable items that they're doing.
Somebody tied a cow up to the food. All
right, so a food exchange, a book exchange would be good. Activities that I actually just got cones for the yards for soccer. so I could put little obstacle courses for the kids because
Right.
I'm now teacher, which is exhausting. I'm telling you what, I've always respected our teachers. I used to want to be one,
Right.
like when I was younger, and would love to play school and all that stuff. No, not now.
It's hard.
I've never wanted to homeschool my kids.
Now's the time, though, that if like parents who have to go to work but their kids can't go to school, like, I'll babysit your kid, $20 an hour per kid, 5-hour minimum. I'm kidding.
Just you can't cough. You can't cough.
$20 an hour.
But I mean,
I'm
what
sure.
we need to. I mean, this is a time when we can help because there are some parents that
That's
have
right.
to go to school. I'm lucky because I go to school as well, and all of my classes moved to online, so I'm just home.
Right.
And that's what I. Well, and I work from home with my nonprofit and everything. So,
Right.
I'm going a little stir crazy. I'm a very much an extrovert, and I need my people. So I'm now having to FaceTime people because the interaction with you guys is really all I'm getting. Like this is my escape from my world, which is not much.
See, I've become a social distancer like for several years. Now that I have to do it, now I want to go out.
Right? Now you want to go out.
That's annoying. That says a lot about me.
Well, yeah, we always can.
You can't. Oh, yeah, watch me.
And you haven't.
I know, but
Only
so
for
I went up. But I'll tell you, I'm going to the stores. I've been going to the stores lately, and going to the store now is awesome. There's nobody at them.
Right? I
See,
have
it's like
yet
the
to
whole
be to
thing.
the store.
Yes, stay home. Don't go to the stores. Don't go out in groups. Because then when I go to the store, it's like me and 10 other people. And that's it. It's awesome. We each got our own row. It was literally like that. I went last night at like Dismiss at 9:30. There was like 12 people there.
Wow,
It was great.
that's awesome.
It was great.
Well, and I just keep sending Dave to the store for me and coming over, and when I have food at home. I do cook for you guys, and I bring it over.
She
because
does,
now, since we haven't had that, like, 6-foot boundary, because I've been coming over here now for 10 days.
Right.
Bringing the kids or whatever. Like, I mean, if you get it, I've already got it. Like, I mean, we're stuck together.
Right. Like, yeah.
So, yeah, that's...
Framma ding
Man, I just got scared inside right then when you said that.
Well,
We're stuck together. No, that's cool. Hey, we could have, I'm glad it's you, Chalese.
right? I wish I
It could be someone I don't. It could be someone I really don't like.
Actually, it is kind of like what we were talking about at the beginning. It is kind of like the good old days because we used to hang out together a lot.
A lot.
We used to spend a ton of time together. You've lived with me in the house.
I lived with you
times.
I lived with you guys in LA. Mm-hmm. You
in a tiny little apartment.
Well, it wasn't bad for LA, really.
It wasn't bad for LA, but there was 4 of us there.
I had to sleep behind the couch just in case someone came over.
That's not true. We slept on the couch though because we didn't have room.
It wasn't that
Nate
couch.
was in the other room. Were you there when Nate was there, or did Nate?
Yeah,
already go home?
remember I found him on the floor that one day. I called it night. It was like my first day there.
Oh, that's right.
My first day in LA. Wake up, Nate's flopping around on the floor. I call 911.
That's right. Wow, we've had a lot of.
Then he went home, and I took the little cubby hole where he was at.
Oh, that's right. So we lived there together because Dave and I kidnapped you. And
They literally did. That's a fascinating story.
Yeah, you want to tell that story?
Sure. So there I was at the end of a 9-day hiking trip. Read into that what you want. And I was just getting ready to go to bed when Dave came over.
No, you had already gone to bed.
I just kind of gone to bed. I was living in Mom and Dad's basement and in Layton. And Dave stopped by and gave me the old, "Hey, come on, man, let's run down to the Maverick." "Oh, dude, I'm just going to bed, man. I've been on a hiking trip for 9 days." And he said, no, we'll just run down and get some smokes. And I said,
It's important for the audience to know.
all right, it was tennis camp. It wasn't a hiking trip. A 9-day hike tennis camp.
It was illicit drug use.
Lots of it.
Okay? It's important to know that that's what was going on.
I couldn't find any more drugs after 9 days because I had done them all. All right, so anyway, so Dave
And Duane, we did not want him to die.
didn't want me to sleep. No,
This was in
not that day.
2006.
This was 2006.
Anybody listening that's like, hiking, they're not going to get the story. So you got to just be honest with it. That's what you were doing.
Totally good.
Not anymore and not for many years. But back then,
Back then, I was doing a lot
Making very bad decisions.
A lot of drugs. A lot of drugs. The kind that kept you awake for days and days. And it was like,
And then
I was getting ready to go to sleep. Dave came over, said, "No, come on, we'll just run down to Maverick and grab some smokes." All right, fine. So I get in the car and I woke up the next day. Well, what I thought was the next day, out of the world's largest thermometer in Bakersfield, California.
Yep.
And
Baker.
in Baker, California. And then I ended up staying down in L.A. What's funny, though, is he goes, "Why do you always say the story that way? Don't you remember the whole night before in Vegas?" And I was like, "No, I don't remember that." Evidently, I stayed in Vegas that night at the Stardust the night before. My choice. And then woke up under the world's largest thermometer. And then I stayed in L.A. for a month.
It's got to be longer than that.
A month or two.
What I remember of this whole, well, I mean, it was a crazy adventure. And I remember when we took you back to the airport, and Dave and I were sitting in the car.
He'll never come back.
And, well, he did say that. And then you're walking away, and he goes, "Look it, there's our little redheaded stepchild who's not redheaded.
I'm not redheaded.
Just walking away."
Just walking away. Going to get on a plane.
I hope he survives.
I hope he does. And I did go back, and I kept going back there. And then you guys moved.
Back here.
Back here, and we packed a 3-bedroom apartment in a suburban.
Oh, yeah, because you went and helped Dave move. Because
Yeah.
I was about ready to pop with Danny.
Right.
With the baby.
Was that all around that same time?
That's why we came
and we
back
lost
to
Joe.
have Danny.
And we lost Joe up in the.
We didn't lose her. She crawled under the.
Joe, took that
The snake.
trip. The snake went up into the air conditioning vents in the car and just hung out there until we got back.
No, she just went underneath the seats.
No, I thought she went up in the air conditioning.
Anyway,
Anywho.
it doesn't matter.
Long story.
Joe, rest in peace.
Yep, rest in peace, Joe. And so no, that was that story.
And that was not the beginning of our adventure, nor has it
Nor
been
my
the end.
sobriety.
But but now we're all good.
But now we're all old and good.
He's a good adopted uncle for our children, and a good teenage son for Dave.
Yes.
And
I give Dave something to do because he's just so bored all the time.
yeah. So anyway, and a good big brother to DJ.
Absolutely. We're TV pals.
So anyway, well, Duane, it is time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me on
Thank you.
on Crazy Corona Talk Tuesday.
Just as I hug her, she says Corona. Now you do the talk out and I'll do the music.
Okay.
My Corona. You're supposed to talk out. Hey, we'll see you next
Oh
week.
yeah. Okay, go. Ready? Hey, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for joining us on
My Corona.
Talk Tuesday. Bye.